And I posted something on the YouTube, and I posted the same thing on Facebook, and the same thing on the Telegram. And I'm going to read what I posted. I am. Let me just get over here. It's words that flowed in to my mind. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to pull them up. I'm going to read them. But are your emotions all over the place? Hello, Apple Brooks, honey. Let me read what I had posted right here. This was 48 minutes ago. I'm going to read that. Hello, Mickey. Hello, everyone. So, let me read this. You touch it a little bit too, that's too sensitive. It's a little too sensitive, but I'm going to get it, you. I promise you I'm going to get it. Gina, how you going to get it? I'm going to screenshot it. Then I'll be able to take my finger and I can do it, y'all. I'll do it with my hand. You will, Gina? Yep, hold on. Okay, I got it. I'm going to do it with my hand. I'm going to read it because I can't obviously read it like that, but okay. I can't help but think, and welcome for being here. I can't help but think, but yet somehow know that a little further down this road called life, a shift will take place. The shift will be departing the old ways of thinking and perceiving. It will be as if a veil has been lifted from our eyes, and we're seeing a new type of world in front of us. Our thoughts and our words are said to shape our reality. And there is truth to that. I'm quite certain that a lot of us have seen the evidence. I'm reading something, you all. The evidence of that throughout our lives. Some for the better and some for the worse. As I look ahead, the future has a little bit of both in store for us. Even though we may feel periods of sadness and pain, we will also feel periods of happiness and joy. One thing is for certain, we have to be strong on the inside and grounded in the light of God's love. Right there. It will be very difficult to maintain a balance in this life without it. May the peace that passes all understanding fill your heart this day. So that was what I had posted there. But what was the thing of this? Something about your emotions. Are your emotions all over the place? That's what it was. Are your emotions all over the place, you all? Because when I shared that particular thing on the Facebook, I have access to it on my cell phone, but I went over there and that's what someone said. It's like her emotions and our emotions are all over the place. And it's true. Our emotions are all over the place. Very, very emotional. And for no reason. Here's what do you feel, now this is serious. Do you feel like there is a purging occurring on the inside of you? Like your body is trying to, your body is somehow whatever's deep inside of you is making its way to the surface. Do you feel that? Whatever's deep inside of you is making its way to the surface, and then it causes you to be emotional. Do you feel like you have things from the past literally resurfacing within you? Bonjour, Patrice. Absolutely. See, that's what there is a cycle that I have got to complete. And it's came back around. I'm practically full circle with a certain cycle. And it's not nice going through it. It's not nice going through it, you all. It's not. Do any of you, based on your timeline in the past, do you have like certain, somewhat events come full circle again? It's like when they ask a question 3 or 4 different times and you got to answer it. Just think of that, like events in your life. Perhaps they're playing out in a different way, but it's coming full circle again. Again. And you're thinking within your mind, okay, well, I made it through that cycle and it wasn't very pleasant. And now I have similar things coming right back up, and I've got to make it through this cycle. And will this cycle play out like the cycle before it? Oh, I know I've got a cycle in my life. I've got a cycle in my life. It's really, really strange. But, yeah, it's been practically 10 years. Practically. The cycle is still playing out. But I'm at the end of that cycle. I'm at the end of the cycle, you all. I am. At the end of it. I'm not so sure how it's going to play out. Will it play out like the times before, or will it be different? Are yours emotions all over the place? That's the thing. It is uncomfortable, Amanda. Welcome for sharing our thoughts, dear. Hope your joy breathing and warm regards. Don't fear. Oh, is that a poem? Let me read it. Ronald, welcome for sharing your thoughts, dear. Hope your joy for breathing well all day with a smile with balanced things that are not nice to answer to. Warm regards. Okay, that's great. You have had that several times, you all. Eduardo is in a state of an emergency. Oh my gosh. Wow. That is, oh my gosh, that's absolutely terrible. It is terrible, you all. There's all kinds of cycles playing out in everybody's lives. Just pick one. Could you imagine if you could go to each person and you hear about the cycles that they're going through? You would get a variety of different cycles that are playing out. You truly would. A variety of cycles. Some may be good cycles and some may not be so good. Some may be bad and some may be really bad. I would say, I hope that was not reoccurring. What's ever happening in Eduardo, if this is a cycle that has came back around with a certain time stamp on it. You sure have felt that all day long and you can't put your finger on it. You felt very anxious. Good evening. We love you too. You are in your new timeline. Does anyone else feel like they're in a new timeline? Because we got a vast array of cycles playing out, and they may not play out like they did the last time. They may be taking... Now, wait a minute. My cycle that's playing out does feel like I'm on a different timeline. It does. Because the events that are happening, they're happening, but they're different. They're different. Is that possible, you all? Is it possible to have the cycles play out and then you're on a different timeline because things are playing out different based on choices and thoughts? I don't know. Let me see this. Don't you feel like a sense when we have come to a place where we are experiencing too many deja? Yes. Therefore, Eugenia, therefore, maybe we are. This cycle that I'm in, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. But I've seen it. I have. choices, super moody, you're mostly sad. You've been having nightmares. Let me hold this. What's this called? Shungite? Shungite? Stick that shungite right there. It's a right there. Just stick the shungite. Let me block out any electromagnetic frequencies and just stick it right there, you all. If it was round, I'd put it here too, but yeah, it feels nice and cold on my chest, but yeah. Let me stick it right there. I don't want no frequencies coming through, interrupting me. I do not. It's quite ornamental on my body. Oh, let's see if it can change emotions and block these EMFs that are out there. Karmic debt from past lives. Eugene and honey, there's something to that. The karmic debt from past lives. Now, I've been thinking about that lately. You know, when you have lots of things happening in your life and you've struggled all your life, and it could feel like, I feel like there's a curse on me. Like, could you imagine somebody thinking that in their mind? I feel like there's a curse on me because my life's just been really, these are not my words. I don't know whose words these are. My life's just been really the STY. I don't talk like that. But can you imagine someone's life being that way, really hard and stuff, and they feel that way? That's not I do not talk like that. I don't. And then they may feel within their being, I feel like I've been cursed. But there is a scripture in the Bible about your sin will carry on into the next generation. I was thinking about that too. It was. What if we're talking about your emotions all over the place. You could feel cursed. Same cycles. What if when your emotions, not emotions, when your lifespan, you keep going through hardship after hardship, and the enemy, the darkness, tried to take you out so many times in your life, but they didn't take you out. But it was really horrible having to go through it. You think, oh my gosh, I survived that. Why are all these things happening to me? I'm beginning to think that people could be under generational curses, not due to them themselves, but from the generations before them and before them and before them. And somebody's got to pay the debt. Somebody's got to pay. And okay, I know what I was going to say, you all. This may not be for you, but if you think about the dark energy out there, the darkness, if you think about the shadow side, where the bad stuff happens. You got bad stuff happening. The bad people who do the bad things. That's all I'm going to say. What if these, you know how people say they sold their soul to the devil. Like in these movies, you sell your soul to the devil and stuff in exchange for a more pleasant, like you make a deal. But what's involved in the deal? What's involved in that deal that you make with the devil? The darkness. Is it like, okay, I'll let you live a normal life, but somebody's got to pay the debt. Somebody's got to pay the debt that you owe me now. And what if, spiritually speaking, in the darkness speaking, they make a deal and somebody, not going to say it. I'm not talking death or nothing. I'm talking about somebody's going to get the karma because they have to pay back because a deal was made. A deal was made with the darkness. And the bloodline is really a serious factor. Because you wouldn't want it to pass bloodlines if you're making a deal with the devil. You would not. Oh no. And if you are giving no thought because it's not you happen to play that back, because you're going to get off scot-free, but somebody along your bloodline is going to have to pay the debt. Someone's going to have to pay for all that you did. I believe within my being that things like that do happen. Things like that do happen. And it's like a curse. It's like a curse. But there's got to be a way, truly, that curse can be broken. Regardless of the deal that was made, that curse can be broken down that bloodline. It can be totally broken. But it's going to take a lot of higher power. We're talking about emotions, but Gina, you're talking about the bloodline and curses and making a deal with the devil and karmic and the bad things happening to people. Somebody's got to pay the price. Because, I mean, you can see that throughout Christianity. And then if you think of the royal bloodline, everything stays in that bloodline. Everything stays in it. So they can keep the throne secure. You know, the reptilians like. You like my shungite? It's right here on my, right there. It's got a point to it. My daughter had 3 of these. I was asking about, could you ever heard of shungite? Yeah, I got 3 of them. I ordered them several years ago. You want one? Oh, I'd love one. Thank you. Here it is. Here it is. You can choose to heal your generational cursed bloodline. I believe that. I really do believe that, because there are some people, I've seen them. I have seen them. It's like, if you look at their family, they're the ones who's going through everything, is what it seems. And they'll tell you that. They feel like the black sheep of the family, the black sheep of the family. And they get bad things happening to them. We're talking about, it's really emotional. There's a lot of emotions all over the place. You can heal your ancestors. Yes. If you can identify it in the present, then you and only you have the power to change it, Eugenia. I believe that. I really do believe that, because that's like you have generation after generation after generation. They have these bad habits. Say they alcoholics, very hateful, very hateful, very hateful. And then someone comes along and say, "Know what? I'm not going to be that way. I'm going to break it. I'm going to break the cycle." And it's then and only then, when somebody decides, is this what you're talking about? They're going to break the cycle, that they put the work that is needed to break it. And it ends with their generation. Therefore, the generations after them, they don't go through it. Breaking cycles, breaking the generational curses, because it is like a curse. Because you have to ask yourself, how come none of the generations before you, when you break that cycle, even had the desire to break that cycle? That's even deeper. They didn't have the desire to even break it. But then along comes you. Do you think that it was written in the codes that there was a way to break it, and it was hidden within a certain generational individual? A certain generational individual that had the power to break it, to put an end to it. Well, that can be said. Take Jesus as example. He put an end to the curse of the law. He did, put it into it. The ultimate sacrifice, put an end to it. Put an end to the curse and gave us a way out of it. A way out of it, a different way. Not to say that people do not still do live like that, but for those who separated from it, they're no longer under the curse. They're not. They've been given a way out, an escape from it, a better way of living. This is what I'm thinking. Yeah, you broke it. Just think, if love is the fulfillment of the law, and just think there are no laws against love. You can be kind, considerate, passionate. You can be all of that. There's no laws. You ain't going to find a law, a court out there that's going to say, you know what, lock this person up. They're being too loving. They're being too kind. They said too many nice things. They did too many kind deeds. They're too compassionate. They're too caring. They're too encouraging. Go lock them up. No, I've never heard of such a thing. I haven't. You know what? I think since I put the Shungite on me, my topic shifted. It shifted. It shifted to like generational curses, is what it feels like. Hello, Mimi, honey. Hidden within the soul of that living soul. Repeatedly making the same mistakes over and over and over. You speak to your ancestors and ask them to help and thank them. That's wonderful. Your sister-in-law in the family of 1800s, we found out that they are my family. Oh, wow. With witches, my family witch's enemy. A lot of the anxiety coming from the lack of leadership. Well, it's in the air. It's in the air. We don't have to let what's going on in the world totally affect us to the point like that. I mean, it's hard to shake it. But there is a lot of energy in the air, and we've got energy in our body. And our body emits a certain type of frequency, just like everybody else's. Energy has a frequency to it. And it's hard to buffer it. It's hard to buffer it and push it out. Because, you know, when some people are feeling anxious and headachy and achy and stuff, some people aren't feeling nothing. Or when they're saying, I really feel the energy from this thing right here, but some other people may not. It's like some people being allergic to one thing while someone else isn't. It's partial. It's partial. Is it all the way true? No. Overload. Yes, overload. We got overload. It's in the air. We have the power. That's right, to do these things. Too much to be said. Winds of the West. Glenda was a good witch, so not really like hearing this negative statement. Yeah, that's true. She was. There would be a lot of you all on here, including me. You have been said, people said, you know, that person's of the darkness. They practice this and they practice that because you think outside the box. Think outside the box. Your thinking is not lining up with the structure on the earth. It isn't. It's different. You're thinking outside the box. Yeah. It's okay. It's all right. Yeah. Well, let's take away the label of a witch. There's such things as good people, and good people have good gifts that some people would say, oh, that's bad gifts. Okay, let's say that. And if somebody wants to label other people because they perceive them a certain way, I don't think there's anything anyone else can do to convince the person who's perceiving somebody a certain way to change their mind, because they've already got their mind made up with the label that they have slapped on another individual based on their experiences in life and the way that's how they're going to perceive. That's how it's going to happen. Yes. Al, honey, that's okay. People are very emotional. They are. Yeah, extremely, extremely emotional. And people's emotions are all over the place. Not everybody, but some. That would be blanket statement. some of the people's emotions are all over the place, and there are a lot of energies in the air, and there was sadness being felt in the air and anxiousness. Yeah. You will know them. Listen, out of the overflow of the heart, the mouth speaks. And words have the power of life and death, and words carry a frequency with them. Even when they're typed, they have a frequency that is with them. You can feel it. They have an energy with them. That's why we should be careful when we speak, because the intent that's in here literally will come out through your words. The energy stays with it. It does. That's why people say, please don't write in all caps. But I want to be heard. That's why I write in all caps. They feel the energy from it. They do. Emotions in motion. I like that. Frank, honey, I've never heard that in my life. Emotions in motion. I really like that. Emotions in motion. That's pretty good, you all. It is. You like I see the chat is against us. Winds of the West. No, no, no. I'm not against anybody. You know, I'm a pretty neutral individual. I really am. When I was young, I had the concept within my mind that it didn't matter to me what church anybody went to. It didn't matter to me how rich they were, how poor they were, the clothes they wore, where they come from. All that mattered to me when I would look at people is love. This is all that has ever mattered. What was on the inside of them, and did they show that love? Did they express that love? Or did I see something different, even though they said they weren't whatever, but did I see something totally the opposite of love? Even though they may have fit the category that's out there. If you're a certain way, then you got the love on the inside. No, no, no. Even children, they know when somebody has a not so nice spirit on them. Even your animals, they can sense it. They can pick it up. They can sense it. It's all about the love. I don't care what else you want to throw at people. If you don't got the love on the inside of you, then you don't have the most important thing here on this earth at this period of time in your life. You don't. Love is the thing to have. You don't want to be without the love. You do not want to be without the love on the inside of you. And it's got to be the real thing, and it's got to have that right frequency. People struggle to love. People try to love. They want the love. They really do want the love. But some people, it's too powerful. It's too powerful for the people, because you got some other power on the inside of you that does not want to give up its seat to the power of love. They don't. I'm just going to tell you. No, no, it's like something else is sitting on the throne, and it ain't LOVE on the inside of here. It's not. Okay, Gina, people's emotions all over the place. It is the purest energy. It is. And it's hard for people to understand. It's hard for them to even comprehend. It's kind of sad. I really think it is sad. I really do. And I'm just... Oh, well. It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody to understand its true nature. It is not. It is not. Because not everybody's got the desire to understand the true nature of love. And you could search all your life and still not know everything about it. But you'll know the frequency. It can heal you. The love on the inside of you can heal another. It's that energy that comes from it. It's that frequency. It can literally heal others. And it's like you are a vessel. You are a vessel for that love. You are a conduit. You are. I'm going to go. My words are done. Yeah, I'm getting off of here. I've been so tired today. I just like ran. Gina, I was sitting up here thinking I'm emotionally drained. I'm physically drained. I'm mentally drained. I was just drained. But now I got this on me. I'm not as drained. Yeah. Yeah, that's all right. It's true, you all. You think you was in love once? Well, if you were in love once, it's very, very possible. It is highly likely that if you think you were in love once, you were in love, but that love was not returned. How about that? You were not met on the same level that your love was on. You were not. You were not. And it's really, really difficult. You can have all this love on the inside of you, and you can want to express the love on the inside of you in full capacity, but who you want to express it to, they have the love on the inside of them, but they cannot handle the capacity of love that you want to express. Therefore, you have to hold that love back on the inside of you, and it will not be an equal give and take. And it's going to be very hard for you if you have all this love on the inside of you, knowing that you have to hold back and knowing that you're not going to be fulfilled. But you can fill someone else up with all the love that you have in you, but they can't fill you up because they're not on your level. They're not, and it's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth. We love people in this life. There are some who can love equally, equal give and take. There are an equal give and take, but sometimes you may find love one-sided, and you got the short end of the stick. You may see the scales literally tip like this, just tip like that, and try as you may to balance them out. It's not happening. They're going to go right back down, right back down. That's how it is in a world that we live in. It is, and it's what can you do about it? So if you think you were once in love, I'm sure you knew you were in love, but the love was not returned. It was not returned in the manner in which you gave it. It wasn't, and it's sad. It's sad, but I hope maybe even for a brief moment in time you felt it, even if it was short lived. Even if it was short lived. Yeah. I'm going to. It's easy to love others and hard to love yourself. That's not always true, but it is true for some. It is true. You can't give somebody what you don't got on the inside. You cannot. It's because it's not there. It's not there. You can't give it. And you cannot expect from others what's not on the inside of them. You can't. Don't let your expectations be too high, really, truly. Because when your expectations are not missed and they're not met, disappointments are going to bring you low. They're going to bring you low. So as you travel down this road of life, try not to have any high expectations and realize that what you expect of yourself and what you know that you can give others, just tell yourself that you know that that's probably not going to happen with other people. It's not going to happen because yeah, and just suck it up, buttercup. Suck it up, buttercup. That's right. Suck it up. And that's the price you pay for having love on the inside. That's the price you pay. It hurts. It hurts. Hurts a lot. It does. But still, even through the pain, you're not going to get rid of that love on the inside of you. No, it's going to grow even stronger. It will, I promise you. And you know, if you've been hurt, that love on the inside of you, it grows even deeper roots on the inside of you because you ain't getting rid of it. You're not getting rid of it because that's you. That's you. It's okay. You got to stay true to yourself. You do. I'm going to go, you all. I am. Gina, we don't want to talk about love. I like to talk about it, but not right now. Not right now. Mm-mm. I'm going to go. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. It's 7:56. 7:56, you all, is what time it is. Yeah. Your cup is always half full. I get it. I get it. Half full, half empty, however you want to look at it. It needs to be flowing over. Flowing over. Flowing over all over the place, you all. That's right. Uh, how can I feel less guilty about being sick for years since the medical in general is tiny? I don't like to complain or feel guilty. Any recommendations for building your confidence? How can you feel less guilty? Some things are beyond your control, and don't blame yourself for it. Don't. Some things are beyond your control, and you just got to accept it, make the best of it, try to move beyond it, try to turn it into a positive, a growing experience. Yeah, don't let it beat you down. I know it's hard. Don't let it beat you down, keep you down. Because there's a lot of people who could have it worse. They do have it worse, but when you're going through it, you're thinking, well, you know how bad it is. It's how difficult it is. Don't feel guilty. Do not feel guilty. No, you just take your mind off of it and try to live your best life, regardless of what you got. You can make it. You can. I'm going to go, you all. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. Please give this video a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. They're not letting the subscriber base grow. They're not. They don't let all the comments come on here either. And they're not letting all the traffic flow through. And it's not this channel. It is YouTube wide. But there may be other YouTube channels that the gates are open for their traffic. But a lot of the YouTube channels, oh, it's been come to a screeching halt. And some of them, they have like triple the subscribers that I have, and they ain't getting no traffic and comments and stuff. It's really weird. Something's taking place. It's all right. I'm going to go, you all. Thank you.